Good morning from Joplin, Missouri. We start day 2 of the 2017 ACCA basketball tournament. We'll start with the guys in the consolation bracket. This is the 10 seed versus the 11 seed. The Calvary Baptist Warriors coming in 6-13, losing in the opening round against Welsh, and the champion Christian Tigers coming in at 8-13, the 11 seed losing to Faith in the opening round. Chris Shima, glad to be with you here this morning. Let's meet the starting lineups. We'll start with James Manthes, champion Tigers. Starting at one guard, it's number 3, Trevon Reed, a freshman 5'6" from Blevins, Arkansas. At another guard, it's number 24, Justin Daniel, 5'10" freshman from Bryant, Arkansas. And the third guard is number 33, Cody Worley, 6'2" sophomore from Hot Springs, Arkansas. Up front today for the Tigers, number 1, Caleb Worley, freshman 6'6" from Hot Springs. And number 22, Cody Connor, a junior 6'4" from China. Now the starters for Matt Sanders and Calvary Baptist. At one guard, it's number 3, Elijah Bolden, freshman 6'1" from Abbeville, Louisiana. At another guard, it's number 23, Haj Green, senior 6'2" from Abbeville, Louisiana. Up the third guard, number 32, Matt Blackledge, a freshman 5'8" from Bladensville, Illinois. Starting up front today for Calvary, the Warriors starting number 4, Zeb Green, a freshman 6'7" from Abbeville, Louisiana. And also number 34, Cameron Wiebe. He's a freshman as well, 6'3" from Whitewater, Kansas. So that's the starters here in this consolation bracket between Champion and Calvary. The winner will play for 9th place tomorrow at 6 p.m. at Crowder College. The loser plays at noon tomorrow for 11th place against the winners and losers, respectively, of AFLBS and Providence, which is our 1 o'clock game. Glad to be with you here this morning as we get a false start on the jump ball, so we'll do it again. Feel free to use that hashtag ACCA Sports is what we're using this year on Twitter to chat with me during today's broadcast. Keep me company. I'd love to hear from you. Calvary folks probably heard the spiel yesterday. My voice may go at any moment. Battling a little bit of a throat thing, little infection, little sinus problem, whatever it is, and we'll try to do our best to bring you the best possible coverage during today's game. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of energy both of these teams have. This is a very early game after both teams played in the evening yesterday. Champion getting the turnover. Driving to the bucket is Connor, who scores the game's first 2 points. And then we have a traveling on the Warriors, so they will turn it right back over. These two teams are meeting for the first time this year. And like I said, energy will be the key. You don't have much of a crowd to feed off of. It's early. You played late last night, so whichever team comes out with the most energy at the get-go will get to a good start as Caleb Worley misses that jumper, and then the ball deflected out of bounds. We're coming back down this side of the court. Calvary, they've now lost 4 in a row. 3 to close the regular season, and then that opening round defeat against Welsh. They came out strong against Welsh. As you see Bolden connect from downtown. He was one of the hot players yesterday for Calvary. Team from Kansas City. Champion is from Hot Springs, Arkansas. Yesterday, Bolden had 29 points on 4 of 8 from behind the arc and 11 of 22 shooting overall. He was one of 3 players in double figures. Haj Green, Zeb Green both had 16 apiece. It was a double-double for Zeb, who had 10 rebounds as well. 10 to shoot now. This is Zeb Green. Turnaround hook is short, and the rebound controlled by Connor for Champion. Into the forecourt, it's Reed. Champion is not a team that likes to run. They average just about 52.5 points per ball game, so they will play within their offense. Caleb Worley Turnaround hook is good for Caleb. Came in shooting 36% from the field. So 4-3 here in the early going. That ball's going to be deflected by Connor. Bolden inbounds. Blackledge. Matt Blackledge runs the offense. He doesn't look for his shot a lot. Just over a point per ball game is what he averages as the Warriors turn it over here. Driving again, it's Connor, and Connor is fouled by Zeb Green. So Cody Connor averaging just over 19 points per ball game, 5th in the ACCA in scoring and 7th in rebounding. And a 65% free throw shooter as he misses the first. Both teams with a team foul here in the first couple of minutes. Connor misses both free throws. Rebound controlled by Haj Green. And here comes Calvary. Calvary, as I mentioned, started strong against Welsh. Their largest lead was 24-6. Welsh made a late first half run yesterday. That made it 35-32 Calvary going into the half, and then Welsh picked up the pace and was able to pull away in that second half, winning 76-71. Champion Christian was down double figures a couple of times to Faith. I don't have their stats, obviously, because they were at the other gym yesterday, but I was watching a little bit, and they were competitive with Faith, who was the favorite in that game, by the way, as Bolden travels with the basketball to turn it over. So this one is certainly a toss-up. It'll be interesting to see. So far, both teams have about the same pace, about the same energy right now. Connor again, yes, in the lane. Champion Christian a little less sloppy with the basketball. And they've gotten a few points off turnovers here in the early going, so they're out to a 6-3 advantage. Weeby got it to Blackledge. Bolden. Here's Haj Green skying it for Zeb. Puts it off the glass and in. Strong move for Zeb Green, who was right at his average yesterday of 16 points per ball game. Connor again. Tosses in the corner. Redleaf for 3. No good. And Zeb with the rebound. Haj Green, that's going to be a little bit too high for him. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout by Champion. 30-second timeout. So we'll step aside as we take a look at the men's All-American. Can see a few of the All-Americans right out on the court right now as we get back to live action. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. 2017 ACCA Tournament, Day 2. We will have 6 games here for you. There will be, I believe, 5 at the other gym. Same deal tomorrow, 6 and 5. Connor, and he's going to be fouled on the floor. Did not get continuation there. Both teams with 2 team fouls, just about 4 minutes into the ball game. Our next game will be women's quarterfinal between Welsh and Trinity. That's coming up next. That'll be approximately 11:15. Another foul. This one on Bolden. And 3 quick ones now on Calvary. 3 ball, swished in. from Justin Daniel, who averages over 11 points per ball game, shoots 27% from behind the arc. So Champion 9, Calvary 5 here in the early going. The Tigers outperforming. Caleb Haney coming in as Matt Blackledge will go to the bench. Let's see if they can find either one of the Greens or Bolden here. It's kind of a three-person scoring threat. Bolden with the hand in his face gets it to go. And the lead is 2 for the Tigers from Hot Springs, Arkansas. Last year, after the tournament, I went to Hot Springs, Arkansas for the first time ever as Worley puts in 2 more. That's Cody Connor putting in 2 more. And I gotta say, y'all have a nice little town down there. It is beautiful. I had no idea. From there, I went to Memphis and then Mississippi into Alabama. I had no idea how many windy roads there are in Arkansas. It was a nice little trip. Bolden from the corner. Again, the hand in his face does not matter. And it's 11-9. Into the forecourt. Reed, his pass deflected. And it's going to be a turnover. Good defense there for Caleb Haney, the local product for Calvary from Kansas City, the Missouri part. Told the folks from Calvary I went to Kansas City for the first time last year as well in November after the ACCA volleyball tournament. Girlfriend is from there, so had to go meet the family. That was fun. I'll tell you what was fun, those burn-ins. Oh, man, those were good. I mean, really good. It's just like these big hunks of beef and sauce. I mean, it's ridiculous how good they are. I don't know if it's from the rib or what part of the... It's amazing, though. Turnover here. Williams has come in. Pargo Williams, the sophomore from Baltimore, Maryland. Daniel for 3, yes. Daniel is 2 for 2 from behind the arc, and Champion leads by 5, 14-9. Zeb Green right to the bucket using his size and muscle to put in 2 more. So we expect this one to be a tight contest. So far, that has been the case. Most of the games so far during the tournament have been blowouts in the first half and then more competitive in the seconds. How about this? Daniel 3 for 3 now as he hits the corner 3. And Champion up by 6. Haney. Bounce pass to Wiebe, back out to Haney. Bolden. Bolden, strong move, banks it off the glass. Well, I like what I've seen from Elijah Bolden. He was behind the Greens in terms of scoring. All 3 of those players averaging over double figures during the regular season for Calvary, but Bolden likes to play in the tournaments. You could tell there's certain players that shine a little brighter come March. There's going to be a foul. And that's going to be on Bolden, I believe. Cody Worley coming back in for the Tigers, coming on for the first time for the Warriors, D'Angelo McGarry. And it looks like we'll get Matt Blackledge back into the game as well. Tim Marchbanks also out there for Calvary. They join Caleb Haney and Zeb Green. That's the 5 for Calvary. Cody Worley, top of the key. Over to Connor on the left. Rises for three. Swishes it. Champion with 4 3-pointers in the first 8 minutes, and they lead by 7. Blackledge in the corner. Bounce pass is a kick ball as it went off Reed's foot. Folks, again, don't be shy. We'd love to hear from you. Use the hashtag ACCA Sports. If you're on Twitter, you can chat with me during today's broadcast. I'd love to hear from you. I know a lot of you might be at work. Zeb Green. Here's the jumper by McGarry. That's good. McGarry does not light it up usually, just over 2 points per ball game, as Pargo Williams hits the 5th three-pointer for Champion as their lead grows to 8. Worley looking in for Zeb Green, and it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors Champion. So good defense there for the Tigers to get the basketball back. And here come the Tigers rolling from behind the arc. Worley thought about it. Nice fake by Worley. Takes it strong to the bucket. Tried to throw it down, but he got fouled instead. Cody Connor back at the free throw stripe. From Wenzhou, China, Cody Connor. First free throw up and in. How about the stat line this year for Cody? 19.3 points, 52% shooting, 35% from behind the arc, almost 8 rebounds per game, 47 assists, 27 steals. One of those players that coaches love that can do it all. Marchbanks, Haney, and Haney's going to be bumped. That'll be team foul number 4 on Champion, 5 already on Calvary. Inside 11 minutes to play here in the first half. So it'll be Matt Blackledge who will inbound. No, correction, it'll be Marchbanks to inbound it. Calvary a fresh 30 to work with as they turn it over, though. Trevon Reed coast to coast. And Champion has started to pull away. They lead now by 11. Nearing the midway point of the opening half. Zeb Green couldn't get a handle on it. Off the high pass, another steal. Here's Williams drawing the foul on McGarry. So it'll be Pargo Williams to go to the line, 60% free throw shooter. Good scoring option off the bench for James Manthe, over 10 points per game. He shoots over 50%. It's always good at this level when you can have a little depth and bring a player in off the bench who can score. That's part of the problem for the Warriors that we're seeing, is it's pretty much a three-headed monster for Elijah Bolden, Zeb Green, and Haj Green, and if those three aren't scoring, neither is the rest of the team. 1 out of 2 from the free throw stripe, 12-point game. Here comes Caleb Haney. Bounce pass to Wiebe, to the cutter. And laying it off the glass and in McGarry. And it looks like we're going to get a time. Timeout on the court. We'll step aside. 27-17 Champion. We'll be back. Welcome back, everybody. 10:20 left to go. Out of the timeout, Champion with the basketball, leading by 10. Chris Sheeman back here with you in Joplin. We're at Ozark Christian for the first of 6 games here. 5 over at Crowder College down the road. Connor forcing the action. Count it and the foul. Cody Connor would not be stopped on his way to trying to complete an old school 3-point play now as Champion goes up by 12 here. And he does. So biggest lead so far of the ball game is for Champion. They lead at 30-17. Champion, their best stretch of the season, they won 5 of 8 from January 24th to February 13th. As they force another turnover here. It's Reed over in the corner, Williams. Champion also in the bonus, by the way. Calvary has 7 team fouls, just 4 for Champion. Reed over in the corner. This is Cody Worley. Redleaf, top of the key to Connor. Takes the jumper in the lane, can't get it. Ball deflected right back to him. And Champion will set up the offense. Williams, Redleaf for 3. No. And the rebound controlled by Wiebe for Calvary. Two and 4 against ACCA opponents are the Tigers. Losing twice to Arlington, splitting versus Welsh, and splitting versus Rama. And that's interesting because Rama has come in as the top seed and Champion is the bottom seed. Cody Worley. Worley's shot rejected by Marchbanks. Hodge Green rises and rims in a triple. 30-20 Champion. Approaching 8 minutes to play here in the opening half. Connor, the no look. Hargo Williams trying to draw the foul. But it's good defense for Calvary as they force the stop, and now Hodge Green looking for some help. Gets it to Haney on the right. Marchbanks over to Blackledge on the left. Haney top of the key, driving in, floats it off the glass, a little too strong. Rebound controlled by Redleaf. Into the forecourt, Reed top of the key. When Champion is playing good defense, obviously, like most basketball teams, they're successful, but specifically it's the 80-point mark. They've allowed 80 plus in 8 of 18 games. They're 1-7 in those games. Right now, Calvary with just 20. So the defense is engaged here, and they're going to say no shot by Connor, but he did get fouled. So Cody Connor goes to the line for 2. That's 8 on Calvary. They're also moving the basketball better here today than we saw in the first game against Faith, and that's good news. The offense last year in this tournament for Champion was very stagnant. That's why they got swept out of the tournament, lost all 3 games against Ozark, Welsh, and Providence. This year they're sharing the basketball much better, though. And I believe we're going to have another timeout. So we'll step aside with 7:06 left to go here in the opening half. Well, Calvary coach Matt Sanders, who couldn't have been nicer to me earlier this morning, had nice things to say about the broadcast we did yesterday, called 2 timeouts. And that's never a good thing if you're a player. As Cody Connor goes to the line out of the timeout, Chris Sheeman back with you. He is not happy. And Champion has an 11-point lead. Connor at the line to try to make it 12. And he does. So 32-20. Let's see what happens here now for Calvary. Let's see if those 2 timeouts worked. Sub Paul Bryant Holyfield on for the first time here in this tournament for Calvary. He's a freshman, 6'8", from Belding, Michigan. Zeb Green got it over to Holyfield. And that pass is taken away by Connor, who throws it down with the right hand. Cody Connor, a strong half as always from Cody. And the lead is 14 with a foul on Champion. That's their 5th. Good ball movement here out to Zeb Green for 3. And that's what we were talking about. If it's not one of the Greens getting it done or Bolden, it's going to be difficult. So they need Zeb Green, who's the lone of those 3 out on the floor right now, to do some things. D'Angelo McGarry has scored it a little bit here off the bench in the tournament. Good ball movement again. Daniel can't get a 3. He hit 3 in the opening minutes of this ball game. Zeb Green, same spot, same result, back-to-back 3s. And just like that, the lead is cut from 12 down to 8. Correction, from 14 down to 8. It's a 6-0 run off those 2 3-pointers. That pass is knocked out of bounds. So it'll be Trevon Reed to inbound it with 15 on the shot clock for Champion. Caleb Warney gets it to Redleaf. Now back to Daniel. Reed out near midcourt. Connor on the right from way downtown. Can't get that to go, and the rebound controlled by Wiebe. Marchbanks gets it to McGarry in the forecourt. Wiebe had it poked away. Good defense again from Reed, who was tied for second in the ACCA with 3.1 steals per game. He's got probably 3 in the first half. We'll check the numbers at halftime. Into the forecourt now. McGarry over on the far side of your screen looking for a screen. Zeb Green. Pass to Marchbanks, almost intercepted again by Reed. Marchbanks driving on the baseline, almost lost it. Green is all over him. His shot no good. Rebound controlled by Daniel, and here comes Champion. Connor on the baseline, step back is an air ball, but the offensive rebound to Redleaf. Daniel fakes the 3. Now the ball moves to Reed. Here's Connor again. 9 to shoot for Champion. Connor, yes. Count it and the foul. So Cody Connor with an opportunity for his 3rd 3-point play of the first half. That's 9 team fouls now on Calvary, so double bonus as well for Champion over this final 4 minutes. And the free throw again is good. We'll give you the first half numbers towards the start of the second half, but I got to think that Cody Connor's on his way to 20 already. came in averaging over 19, and he might be there already. Hodge Green returns. He brings it into the forecourt. Here's Zeb up top. Hodge gets a screen, open look, yes, on the triple. So the three-pointer is helping the Warriors stick around now as they've hit their last three. If they can take care of the basketball a little bit better, they can work themselves back in it. Reed splitting the zone, or trying to, and it's a steal by Calvary. So Green turns it right back over. And now a foul, and that will be 2 free throws to come now for Reed, who shoots 77%. Reed, I mentioned, he's tied for second in the ACCA in steals. He's first in assists, 5.4. He averages just 3 points per game, does not look for his shot. First free throw up and in, a chance to make it a double-digit lead again if he can connect on this second one. And he does. 39-29 now, champion. Caleb Haney back out there. So he brings it into the lane, dishes it out. Green, corner three, no good. The little guy, Reed, comes up with the rebound. Reed gets it to Williams, cuts in. How about the pass and the layup from Pargo Williams? Oh, Trevon Reed with another one of those assists we were talking about. Zeb Green triggers the triple. Yes, again. That's 4 in the last, I'd say, 5 minutes or so from behind the arc for Calvary, and it has them within 9. Williams on the left, corner triple. Cody Worley got it to go. Cody Worley, 38% from downtown on the season. Connects on his first here this morning. Hodge Green gets another screen, and that's the first miss from behind the arc in a while for the Warriors. Reed. Redleaf thought about it. Back to Reed. Inside 2 minutes to play here in the first half. From the elbow, it's Connor, too strong. Zeb Green the board. Hodge Green had the defender on him, drives to the bucket, and is called for steps. So the turnover, ball goes back to Champion. They've led by as many as 14 here in the opening half. On the right, it's Williams. Bounce pass to Connor in the lane. Flip shot is good. And this matches the biggest lead now at 14. Here's Zeb Green. Wiebe on the baseline, and he gets fouled. That's 6 now on Champion, so Calvary will be in the bonus on the next defensive set foul. And it's Marchbanks who will inbound it over on the right. To the cutter, Hodge Green. Marchbanks in the lane. Open jumper by Wiebe, who gets it to go. He's another one of those guys that Calvary, if they're going to be successful, needs to get it going, averaging just under 7 per ball game. They're without Khalif Spraggins, and I forgot to ask Matt Sanders why, but he's the other double-digit scorer, averaging 12.6 per ball game. Pargo Williams again for 2. And about a 3-second difference between game and shot clock as the first half begins to wind down. Hodge Green misses the 3 now, and Champion will hold for the final shot here. with 6. Connor got it to Williams. Back to Connor. Shot rejected. And that is how the first half comes to a close. But Champion goes into the locker room with its biggest lead of the morning. 48-34 here in the consolation bracket. We'll step aside for 10 minutes, bring you the first half numbers and second half play-by-play after that. Welcome back to Joplin, everybody. Chris Sheeman back here with you. 48-34 in favor of Champion as we get set to start this second half. Good shooting first half for both teams. In fact, Calvary shoots 64% to 52 for Champion, but Calvary 15 turnovers in that opening 20 minutes. That led to 22 points off turnovers for Champion. Well, Connor, we thought he might be at his average. He's actually over his average. Cody Connor, 22 points, 8 out of 14 shooting. He leads, obviously, all scorers. Zeb Green, lone player in double figures for Calvary. He's got 13 off 5 of 7 shooting. Bolden with 9 points for Calvary. Other scorers for Champion, we mentioned Connor's 22. Daniel's got 9. Williams with 8. Reed with 4. 3 for Worley and 2 for the other Worley. That's Caleb Worley with 2. And Cody Worley with 3. Zeb Green, as I mentioned, leading all scorers for Calvary with 13. And Bolden with 9. Also Green, Haj Green with 6. I believe Caleb Haney has 4. A correction, McGarry with 4. And 2 for Wiebe. So that is how the first half numbers look. Again, turnovers are the story for Calvary. 15 already in this ball game, and they almost make it 16 here as Reed almost had yet another steal. He just ran out of real estate. He's got 5 steals already, 3 for Connor, 10 steals in the first half for Champion. Zeb Green with the pass to Wiebe, and Wiebe draws the foul on Redleaf. So Pat Redleaf, who shoots, Cameron Wiebe shoots 50% from the charity stripe at the line. Was the first foul of the half as we're just underway. Wiebe gets 1 out of 2. And the lead is 13. Trevon Reed into the forecourt for Champion. Bounce pass goes to Connor. Redleaf on the left. Connor takes it to the elbow, rises, and short on that jumper. Haj Green the rebound. There's McGarry, who gets the start for Bolden. McGarry to the bucket. Shot was blocked, but Wiebe gets the offensive rebound. Haney had it poked away. Zeb Green inbound with 15 on the shot clock. Haney, Haj Green. Up top, it's Wiebe. And Wiebe to the bucket draws another foul on Champion. So that's 2 quick ones here in the opening minute of this second half. Zeb Green now to inbound it. And it looks like Haney is called, Wiebe called for setting an illegal screen on the inbound play. Well, they said 24, so it was Haney. That's his second, and the team's first. Boy, that pass from Redleaf went nowhere. Turnover will give the ball back to Calvary. We talked about Calvary's turnovers in the first half, just 3 for Champion in that first half, so they're up to 4 now, and that's it. Haj Green, left of the lane, can't get the floater to go. Redleaf, another rebound. Here's Reed into the forecourt. Daniel. Reed up top, back to Daniel. Daniel triggers the triple, can't get it. He had 3 in the first half. Here's Haney out on the run. Yes, and the foul. We're going to get a timeout for Champion, so we will step aside. 18:28 to go in the ball game. Champion up by 11. We'll be back. Just underway in the second half. The lead is 11 for Champion. It will be Caleb Haney going to the free throw stripe. Try to complete the old school three-point play. He shoots 47% during the season. Haney misses the three-point opportunity, so the lead remains 48-37. Champion did not get a win in this tournament last year. They have looked much better as a team, look like a team this year. It's Cody Connor from Trevon Reed, and Reed has been a big reason why. He has really guided this offense all season long, and certainly here this morning. Good passing for Calvary, but guess who's there to pick the pocket? His sixth steal of the morning, Reed. Here's Redleaf for three. Yes. And Champion pulls out to its biggest lead at 16. Haj Green trying to answer. He does. My goodness. You get the feeling he can get that shot whenever he wants. Haj Green, 49% shooter from the field this season, just 31% from behind the arc. But he gets that one to go with ease. Redleaf. This is Daniel, corner three. Can't get it to go. McGarry with the rebound. Haney driving on Reed. It's out to Green. Green, good defense from Connor to get a hand up and force that miss. Champion looking to build on this 13-point advantage. Daniel in the corner. Redleaf behind the back, and Caleb Worley was not looking for it. Goes off his foot and a turnover. Haney. Wiebe to the bucket, count it, and the foul. Calvary hanging around here. Wiebe will try to complete the three-point play as Pargo Williams comes into the ball game to replace Caleb Worley. Wiebe completes the play, and it's a 10-point game as we have a 30-second timeout. We'll be back. 53-43, the Warriors hanging around, but Champion maintains a double-digit lead here in this consolation game. Winner of this game will play tomorrow, 6 p.m. for 9th place. The loser will play tomorrow at noon. And that will be the 11th place game. Here's another turnover. Good defense that time by Daniel. Couldn't get the bucket, but correction, it was Haney, and then Zeb Green is fouled. That's 4 quick fouls already on Champion. There's still 16-12 to go. Folks, I've gotten a few messages from some folks watching the game. Please, tomorrow, send a message to the folks who are broadcasting over at Crowder College as well. Been trying to mention them as much as possible. Brian over at Faith Baptist has kind of stepped up. I had a person to do those games, and then he had to back out because of a scheduling conflict, and Faith and those folks have really stepped up to help us out. And please, as many messages as I've gotten today, please send good messages to those folks as well. Brian over at Faith Baptist, you can find his email if you'd like to send him a thank you, because he will be doing the next game. They will be taking care of that for you over at Crowder College for both of these teams. So the lead is down to 8. Champion getting turnover happy, and coming off the bench, Tim Marchbanks hits a 3. And all of a sudden, this game has turned. It's a 5-point ball game now. Pargo Williams on the near side. He's double teamed. Bounce pass goes to Reed. Connor gets it to the cutter. I got to Reed, thought about the 3. Instead, cross court, Daniel from downtown. In and out and right back in. Big bucket for Champion there. That ends, I believe, a 7-0 run for Calvary. Inside 15 minutes to go in the ball game. Both these teams disappointing opening round games as Haj Green misses the 3, trying to get a victory here in the tournament. Connor to the bucket, too strong, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds. They say Cody touched it last. Coming in for the Tigers, Cody Worley returning. And he'll replace Redleaf. Caleb Haney into the forecourt, lost the dribble, but Haj Green is there. Marchbanks up top. And traveling is the call on Marchbanks. So the ball goes back to Champion. Champion is led by double figures for most of the game. Right now the lead is 8. Calvary as close as 5 moments ago. Pargo Williams taking on all comers. Pass deflected. Able to get it over to Daniel. Now Connor for 3. And the lead goes back to 11. Marchbanks. Zeb Green. Wiebe. Marchbanks. Haney had it poked away, and they say it's last touch by the Tigers. Well, we haven't seen Elijah Bolden here in this second half. Not sure if we're going to or not. You might remember in the first half, Calvary called 2 timeouts, and I believe words were exchanged. Something happened. Bolden put up some kind of a protest, and Matt Sanders not putting up with that. So we have not seen Elijah Bolden for that reason, if you're wondering. Calvary turns it over here. Champion gets the basketball, looking for their 9th victory of the season. Connor Reed, it's swung over now on the far side to Daniel. Reed, again to Daniel, fakes the 3, drives into the lane, back out to Reed. Pargo Williams poked away, and a steal by Haney. Haney to the bucket, couldn't get it to go. Offensive rebound by Wiebe is good. Lead is single digits again for Champion, 59-50. Reed on the near side, Williams. Bounce pass to Daniel in the corner. Cody Worley to Connor. Connor cut off. Williams out to Reed. One to shoot. He's got to get it away. They're not aware, and it's a shot clock violation. Good defense by the Warriors. Haj Green. Here's Marchbanks up top. Zeb Green over to Haney from way downtown off the back of the rim. And the rebound controlled by Cody Worley. Reed quickly into the forecourt, and he'll back it out, set up the offense. Williams bounce pass to the cutter. Connor had poked away. Good defense again by Haney, and then a frustration foul for Connor. Haj Green. Here's Zeb, back out to Haj, triggers the triple. Can't get it to go. Skying for the rebound was Cody Worley. Connor on the left. Cody Worley. Reed, Redleaf for three. Short on that one. Haney the rebound. Haney behind the back. Wiebe to the cutter, Zeb Green, and he is fouled. And I believe that's going to put Champion over the limit with still 11:37 left to go. That is team foul number 7 as the Tigers want to talk about it. 11:37 left to go. We'll step aside. As we do, we'll take a look at all the scholar athletes during this year's ACCA tournament. Congrats to all these folks. Chris Sheeman back here with you. How about just a note on these scholar athletes? If you ever wondered if women were smarter, well, there's the scoreboard right there. I even added a little white space to try to make it look more respectable for my guys. But, yes, folks, women are smarter. There it is. Proof. All the scholar athletes for the ladies on the left, all the guys on the right, congratulations to all those folks. I was not a scholar nor an athlete in college or in life. Zeb Green will shoot free throws out of the timeout. As the first one goes in and out for the normally 66% shooter. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you here in Joplin. First of 6 games here today. We'll have 5 on the other court as well. Zeb Green misses both free throws, and now Reed is fouled. That's just the second on Calvary. Five games over at Crowder College as well. Reed out near midcourt with it. Reed directing traffic. Here comes Pargo Williams, and he's fouled from behind. Foul will be on Haney, and that is his fourth. Connor gets it to Reed. Pargo Williams had it poked away. Good defense there by Haney, and the bucket underneath is good by Green. So it's a 7-point ball game. Calvary still fighting. Into the forecourt, it's Reed. Left side, Cody Worley. Connor, the hook shot, rims in. Cody Connor approaching 30 points in this ball game if he's not there already. Haney on the left. The three ball off the back of the rim, and the rebound for Redleaf. Reed into the forecourt. Connor on the left side. Ten to shoot now for Champion here. As we go inside, 10 minutes to play in the ball game. Connor with 4 goes to the bucket and right around the defense. He actually split the defense as Champion leads by 11. McGarry thought about the three. Haj Green, turnaround jumper off the back of the rim. Rebound to Cody Worley. Reed into the forecourt. It's Williams on the near side. Bounce pass goes to Reed. In the corner, it's Caleb Worley. Cross court to Connor. Extra pass to Reed. Right back to Connor for 3. No. Tip rebound comes to Cody, who puts it up and in. So the putback good for Cody Worley. And the lead goes to 13. Dangerous minutes now for Calvary. Got 9 minutes to go. You got plenty of time in this ball game, but you don't want to fall too much further behind here. Zeb Green, turnaround shot, no good. Redleaf the board. Reed into the forecourt. Williams splits the defense to the bucket, off the glass and in. Champion starting to pull away again as they lead by 15. Zeb Green in the lane, and he's going to be fouled by Redleaf. Zeb Green back at the line. He missed 2 earlier. 66% free throw shooter on the season. Missed the first one.
Hey, match up! Match up! Hey, who's got the new one?
Cameron Wiebe returning for Calvary. Tim Marchbank's also out there again. And that shot was an air ball. Timeout on the court. We'll step aside again and come right back in 30 seconds. 8:20 left to go in the ball game, and Champion in control here in the consolation bracket. Again, winner of this game will play for 9th place tomorrow at 6 p.m. over at Crowder College. The loser plays for 11th place tomorrow at noon. Out of the timeout, Champion with the basketball. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Williams on the right side. Cody Worley. The give and go from Connor as he puts the reverse in for 2. And Champion starting to pull away again. I believe this matches their biggest lead at 17. Marchbanks in the corner, Blackledge. McGarry. Blackledge for 3, can't get it to go, and looks like we're going to get an over to back call on Williams. We're going to get a sub here as Paul Bryant Holyfield comes back into the game. And I believe he has an audience watching in Michigan. I can almost guarantee that. Got to look it up while Wiebe shoots the free throws. Front end at a 1-and-1 is good. 9 team fouls, by the way, on Champion. I'm from Ohio originally, so I'm just curious where Belding, Michigan is. It does not look like it is a bustling metropolis. Let's see where it is. Oh, okay, it's over near Grand Rapids, so that's where Belding, Michigan is. I was more curious than probably most of the audience, but nevertheless, it's in between, it looks like, Lansing and Grand Rapids, a little bit north to both of them. You get up to the upper parts of Michigan, you got a real beautiful state over there. Here's a 3 from the corner. Cody Worley connects. And Champion is pulling ahead. So with 7:12 left to go, Champion appears to be on their way to their first victory here in the tournaments. Now it's a turnover. Cody Worley glides in for the easy 2, and the lead goes to 20. Wiebe had it deflected. McGarry from the baseline. Wiebe. Marchbanks. Holyfield gets it out. 5 to shoot. Calvary almost turns it over. McGarry has to let it go to beat the clock, and he's short. Transition offense again. Out on the run, it's Williams for Reed, and the lead is 22. 76-54. McGarry, bounce pass over to Blackledge. Holyfield, jumper off the back of the rim, no good. And again, Champion with it. So, folks, with inside 6 minutes to go and my voice starting to give out on me in this game, in control of Champion, we're going to kill the audio portion of it. I apologize again, but I want to try to give my voice a rest when it's possible to do so. So, again, if the score becomes a little more competitive, I'll bring it back. But for right now, we're going to go with just the video for this final 5:37 as Champion appears headed to their 9th victory of the season and their first here in this tournament. Again, if Champion wins, they will play tomorrow for 9th place at 6 p.m. And if the score holds, Calvary loses, they will play tomorrow at noon. Both of those games at Crowder College.